once again showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up, they've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
A historical moment. Not many boxers get to 50 fights. An absolute warrior. They need to turn this around halfway through.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
That big hook doesn't land. That hook is parried away. They exchange punches. A lot of effort being exerted here. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action. And there's the bell to start round 3. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
This boxer is a real hook specialist. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. The stamina is off the charts. Their vision is being impaired, no doubt about it, but is the referee going to stop it here? To the relief of the fans here, this fight will continue. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Uppercut just missed. And at some point, the corner needs to think about stepping in here. And machine goes down. They knew it when they threw it. The perfect body shot, and no one's standing. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Good counter punching. That's a lot of swelling. The referee taking a good look at it. Is he going to stop it? And the referee will stop it, and that's it. It's over. The fight is over, and we've got a winner.
Too early, too early. Should have let him get stuck in with it.
Another TKO win here, Johnny. What's next?
A TKO, we've got to see it again. Because TKOs, they finish the story too early. It's like being kicked out of a club before the night's done. We want to get a full-blooded who won and who lost.
fighter. I am everything you fear. Ask your questions, I'm the answer. I'm the whispers in your ear. When the lights start flashing for you, expectations loud and clear. I'm aggression, I'm a fighter. I am everything you fear. Till it's already too late. It's upon us and it's doomsday. As I flex where the winner set, cause I start where they finish at. I was running, I was supposed to make it. I'm the one that gets the closing statements. It's something more, inspiration. But it's nothing cause I'm good to take it. Really hoping that you lose. I'm really hoping that you choose. That I'm teaching like in school. That I'm really about to use. I'm a fighter. I am everything you fear. Ask your questions, I'm the answer. I'm the whispers in your ear. When the lights start flashing for you, expectations loud and clear. I'm aggression, I'm a fighter. I am everything you fear.
I just need a minute to replenish who I am, and who I am is so dependent on exactly where we stand. I stand in any pose, anything but tippy toes. Don't want you to feel smaller, always taller. Now I'm a cheerleader, she a baller. The difference in height isn't I left my ego at the altar. Now every ring's a thing, and everything I taught you is coming back around to me, just like revolvers. And every single click is just hammering it home. Who knew Russian roulette involved answering the phone? Until my signal dwindles or my channel is in Rome, or my cell phone dies, or it's cancer in my dome. And dear nicks the tone as I pour my pain out. One of your short nose might blow my brains out, but you ain't even pick up. Talking to myself, exactly what you sick of.
Feeling kinda restless. Did you get my message? It's swirling around in the storm.
Yeah, come on.
No, don't tell me that you care when I know you're standing there.
Yeah.
I left the story of my life on your answering machine. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Hello, would you pick up the phone? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there?
Are you there?
Hello, would you pick up the phone?
We were like, if a tree falls in the forest and no one is around, does it really make a sound? That's romantic and profound. But now, we're like lumberjacks holding the axes that bring it down. So I'm now on your message, talking about remember. Silence in return, that sounds like timber. There's some that can't see the forest because they liars, but I can't see the forest cause of the fire. And in our prehistorics, the flowers was rooting for us. Brontosaurus ate the flowers, T-Rex ate the brontosaurus. And then the T-Rex turned around and ate the florist. That's why I lost my FTD endorsements, but that's really not important. My sadness is snitch, my melancholy informant. Despair wears a wire, my longing rapping the song. My worry is a rap, my lonely tapping the phone.
I wanna give you reasons, tell you what I'm feeling, but none of these lines are secure. No, don't tell me that you care when I know you're standing there. story of my life on your answering machine. My tears right off your shoes like water from a goose. You try to wash off all the dirt, but your hands aren't getting clean. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Hello, are you there? Would you pick up the
To make believers on receivers as you sit back and observe as the rubber curly cord just absorbs all my words. Will you collect us, then connect us, or neglect us on the hole into the wall, then cross the wires on the telephone poles, then bounces off the towers, then up into the satellites, then falls down back to earth to bring a broken heart back to life. Happens all the time, lost the appetite and lack of sleep. If it's dead and flat in line, I leave a message at the bed.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there?
Yeah.
Hello, would you pick up the phone?
Come on.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Hello, would you pick up the phone? Would you pick up the phone?
Yeah.
Would you pick up the phone?
Yeah.
Hello, would you pick up the phone?
What they say now? I like to welcome everybody out to the samurai. Indeed, 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 indeed. Here we go, one second. Really need. Very beautifully, very alliterated. A little battle raps for you. Little battle rap, really need. What you got? Very beautifully alliterated. A little battle raps for you. Talk to a lot. Come on through. Big eyes looking like skies and binoculars. Two nights live singing by the opera house, but not in it. Just by it, someone alongside it. A long silence. A strong, vibrant, meditative song of guidance designed to raise eyelids sublime and save the assignments with warm regards and age kindness for today's climate. In the vein, the gang violence meets the gang's demises, and it bangs, rises like wings on a plane, plus a pilot who can fly into the eye. Hurricane, Irish stylish, same shoe in different sizes, with evidences of the mileage and the growth. Top hats and coats, tuxedos and throats where the bow ties post. Folks slip past the lower class blower of the notes and tell unspoke jokes as they approach what she'll never be inside. But she holds. Really need. Very beautifully, very alliterated. A little battle raps for you. Little battle rap. Really need. Very beautifully alliterated. What's up? Little battle raps for you. So come on through. The unamplified, fantasized land of the soon-to-be fans of the samurai. Smile wide, got the panorama camera vibe. If you analyze, she's a one-woman gala, glamorized, just without the glamour or the gala ties. Man, I'm more alive with the jazz guys, eating piano pies at the Vanguard. She's an artist and staff. A couple dollars in the band job as a half a turkey Sam, organic and it's hand carved and ours. If you ask for a piece, freshly laugh for singing jazz in the streets, and the staff asked for police. Crashed at a friend's flat for a week. Felt his home as a raft on the beach. Lit a fag, took a drag, took a tea. Read a book, took a bath, went to sleep. Really need. You know what I'm saying? Very beautifully, very beautifully. Little battle raps for you. Little battle rap for you. Really need. Very beautifully, very alliterated. Little battle raps for you. Little battle rap. Come on through. I like to welcome everybody out. Yeah. To the samurai. To the samurai.
You are the sweetest thing. Yeah.
the sun sets, we welcome you on this beautiful afternoon to Falcor Bay. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
Time for our tail of the tape. First up, we have the Machine. You can see who has the power advantage. Up against them, Steamboat. And they will enjoy a weight advantage. They'll be facing off in the welterweight division.
This is it. This is that fight. This is that argument. I don't know what to expect.
First up, we have the Machine from the United States of America, coming off a TKO win. And they'll be facing Steamboat from the United States of America. They are the SCI title holder, coming off a very tough decision loss in their last fight.
Oh, pure bad blood.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from the United States of America. Wearing the blue trunks with blue trim, the Machine. Fighting out of the blue corner from the United States of America. Wearing the orange trunks with red trim, the current SCI champion, Steamboat.
A lot of pre-match drama, and they will settle their score under the sun here in this outdoor venue.
Can you imagine being the fighter? Sometimes you think under the lights is hot, but when you've got the sunlight, it's a lot to take in.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Some of the best action I've seen in any...
We've been talented all along. Think we're fortresses made of stone. We're just palaces made out of flesh and bone. Waiting for our time to shine, to come home. Lord, please bless my castle of sand. Waiting on the battle, sword handle all in my hand. The war force is more toward my door with demands. More important than the fortune that you poured in my pan. From freestyling to recording advance, can you please reinforce all my borders and bands? I should've put it towards some plans. Want a forest, gotta water some plants. Normally ignoring the branch is par for the course, but when you hold a culture, you can't parkour over a part. You gotta march forth over your art. And for your fans, when you corner, gotta shorten your stance. Lessen your tails, Philly shell, don't orbit a dance. You hit a bell, then report to the band, and do whatever that the chorus commands. And for the grand, talented all along. Think we're fortresses made of stone. We're just palaces made out of flesh and bone. Waiting for our time to shine, to come home. Lord, please bless my mansion of cards. If ever challenged, let us camp in the car. Or hang a hammock from a branch in the park. A planet made of uninhabited parts. Being anonymous don't grant you some dark. Even astronomers keep a camera on Mars. Satellite to track where you are and see your black as night, attack it with sparks. Fireworks are not a match for a star, and fire hurts, burns, blackens, and scars. Can still emerge, learned, attractive, and charred from out the ashes of galactic.
Round anywhere this year. Good counter punching. Straight right just misses. two fighters are made for one another. Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter shot. They exchange punches. Just missed with that hook. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so,
whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. And down goes Steamboat. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
They're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just hold that thought. At some point, and Steamboat goes down. Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Say no one knows a fighter better than their trainer, and this trainer is certainly considering maybe throwing in the towel after their fighter got dropped twice.
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set for another round. And there's the bell to start round two. Is this the beginning of the end after two knockdowns last round?
I have no idea what they have left. How'd you come back from something like that? Not out twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Can't land that jab. There's nothing quite like the chemistry between a fighter and their coach, and this partnership is working great. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Perfect counter shot. This is a historical moment. Not many boxers get to 50 fights. An absolute warrior. When are we going to see a jab from these two? They drop their guard, they get caught. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. very close round, and down goes Machine. Thank goodness we've got instant replay we get to see. What a huge momentum. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to block him.
This boxer is a real hook specialist. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. Counter punches have to hurt. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Defense failed them. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell them when they get to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
His stamina is off the charts. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice job blocking the left hook. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
The referee calling for seconds out, right back in the action. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighters.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on the end. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They're entering the twilight years of their career now. How many fights do they have left in them? Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Punch right up the middle. Only catching air with that hook. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he scored. Whoa, wait a minute. What a shot. Machine goes down. And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way. Knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage. This total domination with 10 seconds to go. It's not over till it's over, but that on to the fifth we go. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute? You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
This fighter, one of the top 5 in the world, no doubt about it. Straight right just misses. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Good counter punch. This fighter has a very good win-loss record and will be tough to beat. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
That counter punch caught him clean. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Holding nothing back here in the round. How about that time counter shot? Good looking hook, but it was blocked. There's a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. You start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Start the 6th. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me, personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. These guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That right hook won't score. The straight right just misses. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Beautiful counter punch. Incredible work rate. stamina is off the charts. Clearly, that's not allowed. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
There's a lot on the line here.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather right back into the action. Here comes round 7. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Looking to land the hook. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Just missed with that hook. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Perfect counter lands. That counter shot lands. He blocks that right hook. A lot of effort being exerted here. Catch and shoot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up as we get set to jump back in the action. Round 8, and we're off again. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
What are they doing that round? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Do you believe what we are seeing? And Machine drops to the canvas. And as we see it again, There's no way.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes in close, tie him up. The referee then got to foul you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
At the halfway point, there's no doubt who's won this round so far.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Punch, counter punch. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
Can make or break a fighter.
The referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. And there's the bell to start round 9. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this...
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Oh, my. That's a game. And Machine goes down. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
You're right, Tom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you okay?
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagles hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Nice counter. He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
Hook misses. Nice counter shot. What a massive upset this would be. And that's a knockdown as Steamboat heads to the canvas. Wow, let's take another look at that.
I need to see that again.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. One round, 2 knockdowns. knockdowns, each by a different fighter.
Absolutely crazy.
And that'll do it for the minute break as we get set to get back in the action. We've made it to round 10. Both fighters knocked down in the last round. What do we have in store for us in this one?
2 knockdowns in the same round to both fighters. They got to think like a goalkeeper. Forget after 10 seconds. They got to be smart.
Well done with that counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice counter punch. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Is he going to punch himself out, though? And shoot. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Those counter punches have to hurt. Well done with that counter shot. Good defense on that left hook. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Stamina is off the charts. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. This round's still up for grabs with oh, right there, and they got caught. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have. This is the 11th we've entered the championship rounds. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
They exchange punches. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Swing and a miss with that hook. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Is he going to punch him? Hold that thought! Stumbling around in potholes, in serious trouble. Believe what we're seeing here.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace, get the pace back to normal.
His stamina is off the charts. They have no respect for each other's punching power. This Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Can they? And down goes Steamboat. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfect and knocked him down.
I've got to see that again.
Many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this.
Real generals back in the building. Tell a man ease up. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try step with the heater. That's why my G's them roll with a squeezer. Expensive gas for the meter. Call me the teacher. True man I leading, call me a leader. Getting my peas up, won't get a feel up. Is she in feeler? Food in the freezer. Them man try